This is going to be one of the most important videos you're going to watch on this channel. The reason is I'm going to show you how you can scrap tons amount of leads. When I mean tons, hundreds of thousands of leads from Apollo for literally free, and you can bypass Apollo limits using this strategy. And just as a disclaimer before starting this video, the strategy is working right now. I've tested it as I'm filming this video. I'm not sure it's going to still be effective and work in the future. So I'm going to update you in the description below if the strategy is still effective or not. So why this video is important? Because if you plan to actually sign a lot of clients, you got to do volume. What I mean about volume is like 1,000 emails per day minimum, 2,000, 3,000. Right now we're doing about 50 to 100,000 emails per month for one agency only. So you get the point. So if you plan to do the same volume, you have a couple ways, okay? First of all, you can buy leads from these vendors, from these VAs on Upwork, Fiverr. I have no problem with that, but I've tested this strategy, and the most common problem that I found with this strategy is most of the time, these people would give you leads that are 6 months old, 7 months old. And if you wonder what's the problem with buying leads that are just 7 months old, the problem is that with the lead generation, the churn rate of emails per month is 9%. So if leads are 6 months old, that means that the churn rate of these leads are close to 50%, meaning 50% of these leads are not effective anymore, okay? Because people change jobs. There are a lot of changes that happen within corporations and companies, and that's why we make sure we have our leads fresh, we have our leads brand new. That's very important. So right now I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't wanna waste any of your time. So the first thing you gotta do is you gotta go to a website called Appify. So Appify is basically just a marketplace of scrapers. So if you're a developer, you can host your scraper there, and it's just a way for us basically to actually access to tons of amazing scrapers built by developers, meaning they're cheap or they don't cost a lot of money. So there's a lot of scrapers in Amplify, but the one we're going to be using here is called Apollo.io scraper. So when you click on the Apollo.io scraper, you have a lot of parameters and inputs that you got to put in. And also you see here we got cookies, we got login email, we got password. Okay, so there's two ways that you can give the Apollo.io scraper your login for your Apollo account. Okay, because the scraper got to have access to your Apollo account so you can scrape from it. I'm going to show you more in the video what I mean. So the two ways here, we got login by email and password, or login by cookies. So for you that are not techie out there, you can log in from Facebook, from LinkedIn, by two ways, by either cookies or your login email. For the sake of this video, we're going to be using cookies, because if you use only email and password, it's easier, but it's actually going to risk your account to get blocked. So for that, actually, we're going to go to Google, we're going to click edit cookies. So edit cookies is just an extension that's going to enable us to copy the cookies directly from Apollo. So after actually downloading the extension from Chrome, we're going to go to the Apollo website. And just as a heads up here, as I said in the beginning of the video, you don't have to pay for Apollo. So Apollo have a very generous free trial. You can basically keep using the free trial. It's for 14 days. It doesn't make sense. You can just keep creating new email and keep creating new free trial. It doesn't cost you a lot of money. So once you create your Apollo free trial, you're inside your Apollo account. You're going to click on the edit cookie extension. You're going to click on this square right on the top. So by clicking on this square, it's going to copy all your cookies from this Apollo. Another way of saying it, it's going to copy your login email and password the techie way, right? You're going to delete whatever default cookies there is on the scraper and Appify, and you're going to paste these new cookies right there. So once you paste your cookies, you're going to go back to Apollo. So you're going to create your filters for software companies in the US. You're going to paste it down there in the search in Appify. But there is one thing, very important thing. So if you're familiar with lead scraping in general, inside Sales Navigator, using different scraping tools, you know that is this 2,500 cap limit. What I mean is you need your list to be 2,500 maximum. That's the limit. And let's say you want to target software companies, and there is 50,000 software companies in the US. The cap is 2,500. So how you can do it? So basically the only way to do it is to break down your list by cities. So if there's 50,000, I would break it down by states. If it's still more than 2,500, I'm going to break them down by city. So once you create your filters, you go on the top of the URL, you paste the URL, because inside each URL, when you create a filter, it's get updated on the URL. So you paste the URL in the save search bar in Appify, the lead scraper. And you also make sure you're checking the emails, because we need to export these leads with emails as well. And also once you finish this, you're going to have the total number of records required. Don't put any number on it, because if you don't put any number on it and your list is 2,500, it's going to export everything. If you put a number, then it's going to export. Let's say your list is 2,500, you put 100, it's going to export only 100. So I usually don't put any number, because any list that I want to paste in the scraper, I usually want to export all of it. And also here, there is minimum wait duration and maximum wait duration. So make sure in minimum wait duration, you put at least 80 to 100. For maximum, you put 140, 120, depends on how long you can wait. So the longer you can wait, the better, because if you cannot wait too much and you put, let's say, 10 seconds or 20 seconds, you're risking your account to get blocked. Because what we're doing here is against Apollo, and if Apollo suspect they're using a scraper inside their software, they might block your account. Again, we're using only free trials, so even if they block the account, you're not wasting anything. You can just create a new email, create a new account again, but just save yourself a hassle, just save yourself some time. But 80 to 120, and you don't have to leave your PC open on active or on or anything. You can just leave it in the back of their own in-house cloud. And also here we got proxies. So for the proxies, again, Apify have in-house proxies, so you don't have to purchase your own proxies or anything. You just put residential, put United States, and it should work just fine. And once you finish all the input, just click save, and it's going to keep running on the cloud. As you see here, if we click on log, we're going to see it running in real time. And then once it's finished, you just export it, easily to a CSV, an Excel file, or JSON, or whatever you want, and then you get your list ready with emails and everything. But there is one thing I want you to pay very important attention to, and if you're probably already a lead generation expert, you know this already, is that leads from Apollo cannot be trusted without being verified. So for this, I would usually advise you to use Million Verifier. That's the best verifier out there that money can buy. So paste all these emails and all these leads to Million Verifier. It can verify if those emails are valid, or either catch-all, or either risky. So if they're risky, you just have to delete them. You're gonna find a lot of emails that Apollo said they were being valid, Million Verifier said they're being risky. So you don't have to trust Apollo and start sending emails to these people. If you do this, you're gonna risk your domain getting blocked. So make sure you always verify your leads. That's it for this video. So if you actually use this strategy and get some value from it, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want me to cover. If those sort of videos are interesting for you, I can basically make more of them. I have a lot of strategies I can share with you guys, a couple hacks, so you can get an edge on the competition. And if you also have an agency or have a B2B business and you want to close more clients, we have an offer right now. You can check my website below. We can guarantee you 5 clients in your industry in the next 2 months maximum. And if we don't do that, we'll pay from your outreach from our pockets so you get there. That's how confident we are. So check out the website. You can see we have tons of people reach this goal. That's why I sound that confident when I'm saying it. So yeah, see you soon. Cheers.